Hi guys, Kayong here. Welcome to another daily video. Alright, so let's take a look at what's happened. What had happened in the Asia session. Alright, so a quick one. Basically, if you look into Forex Factory, you will realize that we do have the Australia employment data coming in. Alright, and just a quick recap as to what happened yesterday for the press conference at BOC. Basically, the whole sentiment and the tone is more towards the bearish side. Alright, that's why we are seeing Canadian is weakening. Right, and for today, the morning session during the during the Australia employment data, the overall sentiment is pretty bearish. Right, the data, though, if you look at it, right, though the employment rate has dropped by 0.1, but this drop in unemployment rate was actually very much contributed by the part-time employment data, right? But if you go into it, the full-time employment is actually dropping, right? So overall, it's not a very positive data for the Aussie. Right, so the sentiment for Australian would be slightly negative going into the London and UK and US session for today. Right, and if you look into today's event during the UK and US session, right, the key here is of course at the start of the UK we have retail sales again, but this data is not going to drive the pound as of now because sentiment is still taking the front seat. If you look into Euro, all right, we do have the minimum bid rate coming in at 7:45 p.m. in Singapore. Highly unlikely is going to be a change, all right. But we need to focus more towards the press conference at 8:30 because Draghi will give some form of forward guidance and you set the tone for the Euro going into next week itself as well, right? So take note of that if you are trading on the Euro. Right, and then of course later in the US session we do have a little bit in terms of the US data, but it's not a significant one, right? So nothing much to worry in terms of that, but the focus of today is really on Euro ACV. So let's go into the chart to see if we have some levels identified. All right, for dollar yen, right, we did analyze yesterday that we are looking for a buy, but this dip, the first level they were looking out for, right, didn't really give us much confirmation for entry. All right, and then the second dip is it didn't really touch the area that we are looking out for. So as of today, all right, we did see price broke this minor uptrend line. All right, price broke and closed below it. So right now our technical bias towards this has shifted towards the bearish momentum. So if price rally back towards this 61.8 Fibonacci is at 103.8 level, all right, we'll be looking for a short opportunity. Right, Aussie dollar, this morning negative sentiment actually drove the dollar down, but if you look at it, technical is still on an uptrend. Having said that, nothing much on our radar as of now going into today's session. Right, yesterday I quickly shouted out to take a very aggressive kind of double bottom divergence shot on the Kiwi. It didn't play out as well as we anticipated. Alright, so we got stopped out by about 20 pips this morning. Alright, so you can see this divergence is still developing. Alright, we are forming a kind of wedge over here. Alright, and eventually, price would start to come down because we can still see that this divergence is still valid. Alright, but as of now, there's no confirmation. Again, if you keep shorting, a divergence just based on this, you lose a lot of money. So always need some form of confirmation to confirm that it's a top. Alright, so one of it is actually double top. So it didn't play out as we expected. So we'll continue to monitor this market, alright, and wait for it to give us more signal. Alright, you can see Canadian yesterday BOC. Alright, Canadian weakness, but as of now, nothing much that's happening on this chart. Of course, if we look into it, alright, it's not a very significant one, but just a minor key level to look out for is at 61.8 Fibonacci. Alright, after this drop, a retracement back to 618. Euro yen, right, price continue to fall, so what we adopt right now is just a simple retracement back to the structure 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 time confluence with a 61.8. So if price rally back up to its 114, I'll be looking for a short opportunity up there. Right, Australian Canadian, after this huge consolidation yesterday, Canadian weakness pushed price all the way back up. Alright, and this morning weakness from Aussie did give it some momentum for the retracement. Right, so we are looking at this 61.8 confluence with our previous structure over here, here, and here as well. Right, so if price dip further together with the Aussie weakness, we might have an opportunity to buy the Aussie Canadian at 1.0060. Right, again, look for confirmation for this kind of setup. Aussie Kiwi. All right. I didn't have time to do it in this video before it happened, alright, because what we did was yesterday we analyzed this level, alright, and this highlighted area, alright, and price actually came down and touched it, alright, just this morning, and I've entered on this, alright, because if I go down to 15-minute time frame, I do see RSI at the extreme area with a bullish candle over here. Right, so I entered just before I recorded this video. Right, so if you guys are still valid, all right, and following your risk management and your profile, if it's still valid for you, you can still take this trade. Right, basically stops is very tight, just below this previous low plus a little bit about 5 pips to 6 pips. Your target can go all the way, right, all the way to the first target is about 50 pips at 38.2 Fibonacci retracement, right? So that's an update as to one of the trade that I've just taken. Okay, again, it's not 100% sure win kind of setup, but it's again balancing our risk of about 20 pips, aiming for about 50 pips. All right, so it's a pretty decent risk to reward. Euro Aussie, we are seeing a double bottom over here, but right, again, we don't have, I'm not in front of the com that time to actually take this trade for a double bottom, alright, so we can wait for retracement to enter for this, alright, but as of now, nothing much. Alright, other than that, gold, alright, gold is another interesting one. Price has been moving higher, and over here we have a double bottom, double top with divergence, alright, so again, if you're aggressive, you can actually take look for a short opportunity right here, but if you're more conservative, wait for price to break this neckline. Alright, wait for price to break below it and then retrace, and then only you enter from there. Oil, yesterday, price hit our potential area, and then after it did. Alright, but I personally didn't take it because this strong bullish momentum was supported by a sentiment move, alright, from the US oil inventory. Alright, it came in very negative. Basically, there's a decrease in supply, and that's why oil prices pushes higher towards this zone. Alright, and because of that, I didn't want to take this trade simply because it's against the current sentiment during the particular time. Alright, but again, you can see how price actually bounced off after this. Alright, so this one I didn't take it. For the two index that I'm watching, alright, the German DAX, the higher level up is at 127. Right, if I go over to higher time frame, it's clearer actually. You can see it's a previous resistance 1 time, 2 time over here at 10778. Alright, so if price rally higher towards this area, I'll be looking for an opportunity to short the market. Alright, for German DAX. S&P, we also have another one, another level that I'm looking out for is at 127 extension. Alright, is that over here at 2152. Alright, so if you look at higher time frame, structural level resistance wise, it's not a significant one, alright, but it's just playing out in terms of Fibonacci. Alright, so that's it for today's, alright, not a lot of level to look out for, and the only event that you need to pay attention and keep a close eye on is the Euro ECB press conference. Alright, other than that, if you have any other questions, feel free to text me, either through WhatsApp, email, or in comment below this video itself. Other than that, always follow your risk management. No trade is going to be 100%. Alright, just a gentle reminder, always manage your risk. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.